after what an exciting victory for the win for Jim. Mistakes, miscommunications in the first half, bad timely penalties in the first half, the miscommunications between Thornhill and Ward really cost the Browns. Second half, Winston turned to a pumpkin. Too many interceptions. I mean, it's obvious. Did the playmakers have enough ability to get open? That's going to be questioned a lot starting right now into the offseason. And the Browns season's effectively over. They're not going to get in the playoffs now. So now the big question becomes, do you start trading pieces away? So Darius Smith's going to be number one. That was horrible. It was very bad today. I mean, there's no spinning that. I mean, I don't even know if there's a reason to get upset anymore. Winston was very poor in the second half with his interceptions. Again, wide receivers couldn't get open. I'm not sure why they didn't establish a running game more. They talked about that in the broadcast. I agree. Goodbye, Stefanski. Will the real Winston stand up? Yeah. Again, the pumpkin is here. Winston just does not have it. I was very pleasantly surprised how he played the week before. Today was kind of what I saw in the preseason. He just makes a lot of mistakes. I think Smith, LB Browns, I do think now. So Darius Smith, you get a draft pick, au revoir. Do you get draft picks maybe for a couple other players? You do it. You got to get some draft picks now. Winston is just like Flacco, throwing picks all over the place. I don't think he's just like Flacco, to be honest. I think Flacco was better than Winston. I think he's much better than Winston. But Winston threw interceptions, say WK9, and that's that. Cam Moore is the future of the Cleveland Browns. I saw that game. He made some mistakes, too, against Duke. They just overpowered Duke in that game. I'm not sure if I'm on the Cam Ward bandwagon. I actually do like Milroe a lot from Alabama. Boy, the guy out of, whose name escapes me at the moment, the kid from Georgia did not have a good game either in the cocktail party. Is anyone going to get fired? I think you're going to see Ken Dorsey gone. I don't think Stefanski's going anywhere. Andrew Berry is a big question. Do you get rid of Andrew Berry? You might. Does Stefanski survive this? Right now, I think he's okay. He could change by the end of the year. I think Ken Dorsey's gone. Schwartz had a terrible day, but I think he keeps Schwartz. Stefanski, come back in 2 or 3 weeks. He might be gone. Today, I think he's okay going to the break, to be honest. As good as they looked last week, they looked as bad today. The mistakes, the miscommunication between Thornhill and Ward, it's always hard to determine who's right or who's wrong in those situations. But those 2 big bombs were historically bad. The interceptions with Winston, they set the tone for the second half. They didn't establish a running game. Defense did okay. But again, these are bad football. When it's 27-10 and everybody's out of the building and a blocked punt, blocked field goal today too. Too many receivers running in the same spot. Jeff, what I saw is playmakers lacking ability. I just don't think I like Tillman. Judy, Moore. I want to keep Tillman, but the rest of them I'm kind of ready to get going. Jameis Winston, yep. Clean house. I do agree with you about that. No, they can't. Browns just cannot agree. I think Jason's a great point. Every year's a new season for the Browns. It doesn't build off one to the other. It's very jagged. It's just hard to say what they're going to do. That's the thing, too. It's like, well, what do they do next year? It's like, well, they're going to draft a quarterback, and we'll see. The Guardians are actually close to maybe winning a championship with some few things. Cavs are on their way to battling for a championship. The Browns, even with a new quarterback, it's like, it still doesn't feel like they're that close. Tillman has proved he needs a long-term picture. Agree with you. O-line was awful. I actually didn't think the O-line was awful today. For everything you say there, David, I don't agree with you there. Winston was awful. I agreed. Receivers didn't get open. I agree there. Play calling was awful. Should have called more running plays. Secondary was awful. Secondary had a really bad day. DTR after the bye. Got to see what we have. But, David, I do think the O-line played well. I really do. I don't think it played badly today. I shouldn't say they played well. They didn't play badly. Tillman could be very good for us moving forward. I like Tillman a lot. I agree with you. Well, thank goodness it's right. Can we cut Thornhill? Boy, Thornhill. But again, I've learned this. Was it Ward who miscommunicated? I'm not sure. We're never going to quite know. But it's clear Tillman and Ward weren't on the same page on 2 touchdown passes. Not good. Go Cavs is right. Bring Watson back. How can we see what these receivers are if DTR is playing? Tristan, not getting into battles about DTR and Winston. I do think DTR needs to play more, as I want to see what he can do. I don't know if DTR's good. I don't know. Garrett is definitely gone. No, I don't think he's gone at all. Just blown up at this point. We're the oldest team in the NFL. There will be a lot of changes heading into the offseason. Again, if you get trades, take them. Take the draft picks. Take them. Except for Garrett. You cannot trade Garrett. Can't trade him. They are who we thought we are. Tillman's the only thing I like about our offense. Ward had a horrible game. He had a terrible game today, I thought, too. Yeah, I mean, a little ball to your point. Just one bad week to a good week. Disappointment after last week's showing. This team definitely needs to sell before Tuesday. They have to. Have to get rid. If you can get draft picks from these players, you got to do it. I feel like Sanders would be a Haslam pick. I actually am not against Sanders. I know people will probably go crazy over that. Y'all suck. Thanks, Connor Stevens. Happy Thanksgiving to you. I do think Sanders, though, could be... I think he could be good. Haslam doesn't care about winning. It feels like LB Brown's... I actually think he cares about winning. I think the Haslam approach is very wrong. It's way too analytics driven. You have to play Winston the whole season if you want to see the receivers capable of. Tristan, I just don't know if I agree with you there. Cam Ward, Tristan, there's a lot of people on Cam Ward. You watch the Duke game, he made some bad plays in that game. I don't think Cam Ward's an instant gratification number 1 overall choice. That's just me, though. I mean, I'd be fine if they drafted him, but I just don't think it's a given. That's it. I mean, I don't know what else to say. Trade. Try to make some trades, get some more draft picks in. DTR can't even throw a football. Tristan, I'm not disagreeing with you, but Winston really makes poor decisions at times. DePodesta is key. I think that is very true too, Jason. I think it's time to get DePodesta out of there. I really do. Jimmy, fuck this franchise. Did years of trading for Deshaun. Yes, that was a bad trade. Would it be crazy to trade down this draft? Yes, it would. You got to get the best talent.
Doesn't matter. All the quarterbacks suck.
Cameron Billman with his...
seriously, Shador, Cam Ward, I mean, they're good, but they're not like last year. We suck.
I just don't see a clear quarterback pick. He agrees with you. I kind of agree. Again, I kind of like Milroe out of Alabama.
Yeah, I'm fine with Milroe.
Rough one for sure. Oh, Bradley, that was tough. That was a pile driver of emotion of, oh yeah! It is laughable at this point. Thank God for a bye week. And the Cavs are very good. I would tell everybody in this room, if you're not watching the Cavs, get on board. You should do a post game on the Columbus Crew playoff game. Big game tonight for the Crew. Big game for the Crew. Big game. I wish we could fire owners. I wish the owners would change direction. DePodesta needs to go. Can you believe we do this to our kids? LV Brown says, can you believe we do this to our kids?
I know, it's elder abuse.
Saints lost. I saw that. Thank God for the Cavs. Thank God for the Cavs, yes. DTR throwing the ball in the stands. Can't wait to see that. Tristan, I'm not saying you're wrong, man. But look at Winston. I mean, I'm telling you, we're arguing over things that I don't know if have much consequence. You want Winston? Fine, throw Winston. He was great today. What do you want, Tristan? We're going to argue over Winston and DTR? These guys fucking blow. It's like arguing for the stupid. I don't. Fine, Tristan. You win. Winston plays. Yay. Maybe he'll throw 4 picks. Elder abuse. Best comment of the day. Cam Billman from the top rope. Bang! Who gets traded for that? I think you're going to see Zadarius Smith gone. In fact, you got to get this team better. Winston is at least throwing the ball downfield. Tristan, not really. He threw the ball over the middle. He wasn't throwing the ball deep. See, that's not true either. How many times did he throw past the numbers? They talked about this in the broadcast, and I agree. They didn't throw the ball that deep. I don't agree with you. I don't agree. Cameron will love my IG story. Check out Albie Brown's IG story. Winston looks like Drew Aller. It's true. Boy, Drew Aller, that was a tough loss. Woo! We didn't talk about that enough yesterday. This is Buckeyes focus. But that was a tough loss for Drew. Cleveland kid. Donovan Mitchell along with Atkinson. Atkinson is such a good coach. Sorry, Andy, late to the party. At least we have our Buckeyes. How about the Cavs? Bailey Zappi's a clear option. Boy. Are we going down? Bailey Zappi, that second time around, and Steelers. Ugh. The zone coverage by the Chargers is no joke. Boy, they really had our number today. Again, the offensive line gave time to Winston. He just couldn't find receivers. Cleveland Browns was boring today. Cameron Billman would agree. He was screaming at the TV to change to the red zone channel multiple times.
Yeah.
The only thing I got for this is I took the under today in Browns Chargers, and that thing hit nicely. Nicely at 42.5. Bad day. Good for the bye. Time to trade. And get ready for next year. A lot of these post games are going to be like, what about next year? What about next year? What about next year? I do agree with you about that. Doing Chubb wrong. Gotta run Chubb more. I gotta do more of a running game. Bring back Eric Zier. That was a favorite of mine. Eric Zier. Charlie Fry was a good one.
Who are these guys? Charlie Fry? That sounds like an AI generated name. Like
no, Akron quarterback.
Like,
played for the Browns.
Who are these guys?
Wow.
Is that how bad our quarterbacks have been since '99?
Yes. Charlie Fry was memorable. All right. I got to go calm my son down. Maybe buy him a Blizzard or Dairy Queen.
Yay.